All right, give me a couple minutes. Going to got to get some links out there. Although my the computer's being a little silly and not showing me the actual link so I can post it. It is set to public. Let's see, why is that doing that? Alright, there it is. So, yep. Now I've got that. I just need to post it. A few different places. Alright, so I'm back. I haven't streamed in a couple of days. Really, I mean, I have been playing a little bit here and there. Mostly just grinding some levels. When you get to about level 32, the quests completely dry up and you just have to grind levels. So a little bit boring. Um, a little bit boring to just do that and stream. I think I did it one day, but so now when I got to level 35, this here is a repeatable quest. And then all these other little side quests open up. So we're going to jump around, get some of these. Some of them may be a little bit beyond my level, but we'll see what we can finish up. Just reading this one because I haven't read this one before. And let's go. Looks like I gotta run down this road here a little bit. See, I'm level 35, about 50% into it. I hit 35 today, did a little bit of grinding today. I've got a few nice pieces of gear since I last streamed. I can show that in a minute. And actually, let me bring up the chat here. Hey, Richard. It's interesting that your hey comes even before the welcome live chat message from YouTube. Somehow you got on here before the YouTube bot did, which is pretty cool. Hey, Mike. Oh yeah, so this is the snake quest. I haven't done my daily. You get a daily here where you go and kill some snakes, and so we'll do that as well. And I think I've got my main quest that I can probably go do. I started it earlier when I was level 34, but I was missing the snakes a lot. It was going to take me forever, so I kind of stopped that for now. Quest filter. Let's see what level these are here. Take a look at that one. Hey, Don. So, let's we'll talk about the first week of the game a little bit on this stream. Where I think players are having a good time. Where I've heard some people with some complaints, things that I'm sure that I guess we'll just I want to make sure I get all these. Where is this one? I want to make sure I get all these at least activated before I go hunting down. So how do I? But yeah, there's a few little things that are, well, I mean, they might be big things, but they're things that definitely can be fixed that I think are a little bit aggravating to players right now. We'll talk about that a little bit. It's good attitude, definitely, Richard, from one of the creators of the game. The biggest complaint, of course, right now is the instancing of the zones, and really just all in general, just group play, right? Just so few different issues with group play, and as always, I'm just gonna kill as I go. So I got probably stream for a couple hours. I got 50% of this level to go. I'm in no hurry to complete these quests because I think once I'm done with these, there won't be any more quests left. So might as well kill as I go. So yeah, group play. So number one, the instancing, right? It's really hard to get into the same zone with your group. And so I've heard stories of people spending, and I don't know this for myself because I'm mostly soloing right now just due to time conflicts. But yeah, people try and group up. Take some 10, 15 minutes, sometimes longer, to get into the same instance, and then you fight for 30 minutes, and then you got to repair. And because there's no blacksmith in Wastelands right now, which I believe is a bug, they have to zone out of Wastelands to go repair, and then it could take another 10 to 15 minutes to get into the same instance again. So somehow people are still doing it, even with that aggravation. Then there's of course the group, the UI in regards to how you target group members and how you retarget the mob and all that stuff. That's been talked about quite a bit. Let me just look at which ones I want to. Well, let's just look at my gear real quick. So, that's my circlet. Somebody in the regiment was nice enough to give me this one that I've waiting when I level. Somebody gave me this nice purple chest piece, which is pretty good. Could be better. I mean, as a healer, I don't necessarily need the resist. I'd rather that be weapon skill, leadership, and or wounds. Still got that blue hammer. I've had two better hammers drop. I got a purple one-hander and a blue one-hander. This blue one-hander here that I'm still holding on to. So I haven't been able to get a two-hander. Still using some level 26 yellow breeches because they have wounds and weapon skill. Level 33 studded boots, weapon skill and focus. And then I got this I went down and started killing snakes yesterday, and like the third one dropped this. So this piece I'll probably have for a while. Wounds and focus. Um, Weapon skill focus on the gloves, but low on armor. A lot of upgrading to do still. Uh, Jewelry's not great. Everything's really the same except for I did finally find an instance with the level 25 or yeah level 25 skeleton named up, and I was able to solo him. That was just a couple hours ago. Um, and as a warrior priest, I was able to solo him. And and here's my stats. So I'm 100 in weapon skill, 45 accuracy, 30 wounds, 49 focus. And you can see down below what that gets me as far as stats. My main heals healing for about with faith about 21 to 2300. Secondary heal heals me for 1493 there, but it would heal an ally for double that. So pretty good heals. Yeah, Mike, that's great. I agree. I've watched some reviews where people just are bashing it for not having enough to do yet. There's no dungeons. There's no this. There's no that. There's no professions. Well, I mean, it's hope that stuff they're all planning at that. All that stuff is stuff they're planning on bringing to the game, and so we could either be playing the game now, and they can start to throw that stuff in there, every few months, and the game gets better and better, or or we wait 3 years for them to come out with the game and have all the bells and whistles. And I just think that would be a mistake, and especially for a small studio like VR, they can't afford. I can't imagine they can afford to be in development for 6 7 years. That's crazy. That's a lot of money before you start getting money coming in. The game is definitely in a playable state. They're gonna hopefully within the next couple of weeks start releasing patches for some of the really buggy things as far as gameplay, like the grouping and the instancing. There's some issues with loot for sure. I think they need to have a little bit more. I don't really want to fight that three skull. So let me ditch him. I think they need to do a little bit better with the distribution of loot and make it. 1 second, guys. Got to answer when the wife calls. If any of you are married, you gotta understand that. So here we go. So seeing warrior priest in combat here, we got 3 mobs on us. Pop my armor buff. Oh, now we got a fourth. First one's about to go down. We'll throw a heal because you get this many mobs on, you want to throw that heal on early. Some of these are the easier mobs, like that guy took like 3 hits. Oh, maybe. Oh, man. Still got more on us. But I don't know why I'm tapping. I gotta hold down, otherwise I think that causes me to crash if I'm tapping too much. And I'll try to remember what I was talking about when I'm done with this fight. Just want to make sure I don't die. I'm not a fan of dying on the stream. Don't remember what I was talking about. One of the things that I'm hoping for. I hope they eventually change their decision on making potions no trade. I think I've got another 100 of these medium potions in the bank, and eventually I'm just gonna have to destroy them because I don't need them because I'm a healer. I wish I could. Maybe if there's a vendor where I could trade them for mana potions, that for energy potions. That'd be awesome. All right, let's see where we want to go here. Yeah, we'll just go down and do snakes real quick. Get that out of the way since it's a daily. I want to make sure I get that done today. Oh, for sure, Tiny. Now it is a good solo class. Now, what you just saw me do is only something I've started to be able to do like within the last level. It's really once my armor got up there, my heal's getting up there, but don't think that I've been able to take on 4 or 5 things like that at once. Um, since the start of the game, I actually struggled through the forest. But that's kind of the case with any heal class, right? They eventually become a little bit more powerful because they're not relying on potion cooldowns or whatnot. They've got a lot of abilities to regen that health. Actually, I think there's some level 37 ones, although I do have to collect the eggs as well. Still give me 136 experience. I've used a couple of the experience elixes. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm kind of saving them for after level 40, after this cap, because there's really not a big hurry. If, for all we know, they may not raise the cap for another month. So, why do I want to, spend my experience elixes to get there faster? No, I don't want a group right now. Just people love to just invite you to a group instead of asking you. It's a little annoying. Is it tiny? Tiny. So, what are some of the bugs with the Dragon Slayer? I'm not too aware of them. Wait for you to respond there. What else is I like the pace of the game. I feel like it is slowing down and it needs to slow down, right? I mean, people were level 30 in the first day. There's already some level 40s. Now, those people they've been grinding nonstop, for the entire week. So I'm not too concerned about those people. Um, but it'll be interesting. I'm sure VR hopefully is taking snapshots every day of where everybody is level wise, and so they can kind of start to see the trends and the average, right? And depending on how fast people are going, they may need to slow 40 to 50 down even more. I mean, you might have to make that like every level doubles experience. I don't know. You may, because the last thing you want is everybody to be level 50 at max cap 2 weeks after the game comes out. So not everybody, but even some players you don't want to be able to get to no matter how much they grind. I don't think the first max characters on World of Warcraft were there for probably a couple months, but I'd have to try and look that up. Well, hopefully they're fixing those, Tiny. If you haven't bugged them specifically on the Discord channel, or seen that somebody else has, I would definitely go and mention that in both the Slayer channel and in the in the let me look at the forum and see which or Discord. So they've got suggestions, bug reports. So I would put it in bug reports if you think it's not working as intended. Did I just sell something or see if I got mail. Let me see if I sold something or if oh nice, my forged hammer sold for for 10 gold. I bought that on the from the equipment vendor for 5. So that's a nice little profit just for one quick run to the auction house. Alright, so I think so I'm done with both of those. Yeah, I mean, it definitely is possible. I mean, I think part of it right now is, you've got the grind, and there are named bosses, but there's two problems with named bosses. Oops. Number one, they're hard to find up because people are killing them now. Number two, there's only one name boss in the upper level of Wasteland, so only one name boss between level 30 and let's say 36. Then there's a ton down in the lower, but even for the max level guys, the ones in the lower, a lot of them, yeah, there's an auction house in Ricksport. Um, yeah, so if I bring up the map for you, Mike, I guess I can't see here, and I'm not going to port over to Ricksport right now, but when you go to Ricksport, you'll see a little icon for the auction house. Um, what was I saying about the name mobs? It can just be hard to find them up, and the ones in the lower areas in the wastelands, they're either not dropping any loot, or they're dropping loot that is seemingly bugged because it's tremendously underpowered for what it takes. There is a really nice ring down there that drops sometimes from a boss, but and the problem is, as I understand it, once you get too far leveled past a mob, it becomes harder to go back and get that loot. And so some of these things drop really nice gear, progression type gear, and it's really unfortunate if you don't get to experience those encounters. And let's face it, it's better to experience those encounters when you're at the level that you're supposed to be when you fight them. Get a good group together and figure out how to defeat it. But because they're just camped now, there's people have timers, they're camped, and it's locking people out of the content already in the game. And it's even if the plans later on are instancing, that's irrelevant, quite frankly, to the situation right now, which is that these name mobs are the end game right at this moment, and just the way they're set up is like I said, locking people out of the content. It's a good point, Don. I mean, I think I'd like to see what Feet says. I mean, I think a lot of people are trying the grouping, but you also hear about the frustrations with grouping and the instancing and the targeting system, all that stuff. Crashes and the grouping problems should be number one priority for VR, hopefully. Oh, and I started to talk about loot distribution. So, like, to me, every mob in the game should be able to have the random chance to drop items. Every mob in the game, like, whether it's a level 32 wolf or a level 32 elf warrior, they should both drop coin, in my opinion. Now, I guess you could say the wolves are easier, so they don't drop coin. So if you're really looking for strict leveling, go ahead and level on those. But um, I also think, in my opinion, that they're a little there's too much penalty for killing a mob that's below your level. I think you should be able to kill something at least one level below you without penalty. Um, and I think you should be getting more bonuses for killing things higher than your level, for sure. because you miss a lot. They take longer to kill. They're harder to kill. You should get some kind of a bonus for killing above your level, especially if you're solo. I should probably figure out. Let me kill this guy. Then I got to figure out what the quest is that I have right here. Yeah, and that's kind of why I don't solo feat sync. And you guys can see on my stream, um, I struggle with that play style. Just stay in the same spot. Even here, I'm questing, but any mob I come across, I'm killing. Right? I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna kill it and maybe clear a whole camp and move on. Treat it like an adventure. Don't treat it like I got to get to the next level in the next hour or whatever. I got to get X amount of experience. I mean, my experience is still going up. It doesn't feel like a grind, but my experience is still going up. And if everybody played like this, hold on, we gotta change our quest here. Find the hidden chest hidden near the road. Okay. Oh, right in front of my eyes. Now, I also realize maybe not everybody can. Well, here's the other thing I gotta say is so. Oh, I should have repaired before I started the stream. Looks like this weapon's getting kind of hurt. Um, I don't like um, the way that the groups divide up the experience. And when I say divide up, they don't even really divide it up, right? So right now it's you get a group up to if you get two people, just you and another person, so you're duoing, right? Which means you're going to kill twice as fast. You're going to get half the experience on everything you kill. You add a third person, it's still half the experience, but you're killing potentially 3 times as fast, all the way up to 6 people. And it's not until you get to person 7 and 8 that you start to take a little bit of a reduction, is my understanding of it. Which doesn't make sense to me. Like it doesn't promote any other kind of play style besides you get a group of 6 people. It should be a formula where if I'm with 2 people, it's still makes as much sense as getting with 6 people. The whole reason to get with 6 people should be to fight more difficult mobs, to go to an area with a bunch of elites, a bunch of elders, a bunch of 3 skulls, and fight those in a group, rather than what it is right now, which a group of 6 gets together and fights a bunch of 1 and 2 skull spiders and wolves, right? It's to me that's not the intent. And then the problem is those groups, they do that because it's efficient, because they're getting the same experience they would if they were only with 2 people, yet they're killing 6 times faster. And what does that do? That takes away those spots, those places for anybody who wants to duo, for anybody who wants to solo. It just completely takes those spots away from those people. Heavy Cloud again. That's why I said it's hopefully VR is looking at where the average person is, right? I agree. People that are level 40, you can't base it on that, but you also can't base it on somebody who's still level 5. You've got to find where is the player base right now. Let's take a quick look, though, after I kill this mob, of how many people are in this area, which is a level 24 plus area, and we're only 6 days in. So let's just take a look real quick. Boy, this guy's level 38. That's why he's so beefy, but hopefully I can kill him quick enough that I can loot these boxes before more spawn. Oh, one behind me now. May have to bail after this guy and do this a different way. Is that a third? Oh no, I got somebody else killing. Good. Good, good. God, still. I don't. No, I don't really want to group right now. I don't want to group. I just want to complete this quest. Stop. That's just annoying. Just rude, annoying, not necessary. Oh yeah, I was gonna look at the area. So, all right. So I don't know how many people that is. Right? See what we can count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I got to be careful because some of these people aren't. Some of these people are in the other wastelands, a handful. But that's a good amount of people if you look at this that are 30 plus. So again, it's what percentage of the current player base is 30 plus right now, and how long is it going to take them to get to 40, and then how long is it going to take them to get to 50 after that? what what they don't want is for a large percentage or even a small percentage of the player base, 20%, to get to the level cap and have nothing to do. So if they get there and the new content's not out yet, then that's going to be a problem, right? Those players are going to start to quit. Um, those players are going to start to leave bad reviews. So it is a balance, I think, they have to find. Just my personal opinion. Bring the hidden chest to this person here. Guess I go this way. Oh, that guy might just be in this camp. Kill some more of these lower level guys as we go. Feet, what do you mean? So that, yeah, the what I just looked at was the instance that I'm in. I have no idea how many other instances are going on right now. There could be 1,000 players, 30 plus. I'd love to know how many people are actually playing the game so far. VR, I don't know if they're releasing those numbers, but it definitely seems to be, you know, several thousand at least, if not quite a bit more. Hopefully, people stick around. The term soft launch, that's a new one to me. I consider the game to be more in a beta phase, to be honest, just because of the bugs. I think they would have really done themselves justice to. Oops, where is this guy? Is he up on that hill? He might be up on that hill, so I gotta go all kind of. Well, let's just go down here. Yeah, I agree that I agree with that as well, Heavy. So that when the people, yeah, whether it's whatever the content is, for the people that reach the level cap quicker, um, they need to get it in sooner than later for sure. Whether that's dungeons, instance raids to keep them busy, alternative advancement for sure. Um, yeah, they got to they got to put something in. But yeah, I think people would be a little bit less harsh on the game if it was a beta right now. If they did an open beta, let people know characters are all going to get wiped. They did an open beta for 1, 2 months, something like that. Um, you might say they're not going to get a lot of players, but you know what? World of Warcraft did that. Completely different game. I get it, but they had a ton of players. I think people will play the beta, especially in an open state, and then play the game when it goes live for sure, in my opinion. And then they're going to find a lot more bugs, get a lot more feedback on what people are really looking for. And they've always got that out of, you know what, it's beta. If you don't want to play it in an inconsistent state, then don't play it until it's released. But soft launch, I just don't think it. I don't know. I feel like people think that that's just a full release and the game should be finished, and I'm just not sure that's the case. Heavy, what do you think would be what's the word I'm looking for? Acceptable for a casual player. Well, really any player. Let's just say getting up to level 40. How many average game hours is acceptable to get up to, level 40 in an MMO like this in your opinion? And I agree, Fee. We haven't heard much from them this week in the Discord from what I've seen, but I haven't been following it all too much. Got 24 people watching. Anybody else got any comments? I'll run out of things to say eventually. Trying to think what else. Really, like I said, hoping for bug fixes, less crashes. Especially now with my gear the way it is, and I don't even have fantastic gear. It's getting there, but it's 2 gold. If I die once, it's a gold for repair. If I die twice, it's 2. And if I get myself into a bad situation, I don't mind. But when I crash and die, that makes me want to rage, to be honest. Oop. Get one of these down, we might be okay. Any of these the easy ones? Sometimes on this ramp there's some easy ones, but I don't know if any of these are. See, I don't mind using the pots, because at least the heal pots, because I've got a ton of them and I've got nothing to do with them. Yeah, I'm not looking at chat at the moment. Why am I not attacking? Got my armor coming up again. As soon as I kill this guy, I'm going to pull these back because I'm probably going to get respawned on. But I do want to finish this fight. It's a good fight. Sure, people are going to watch us and probably call for a nerf if I had to guess. But I did use several pots. Energy pots, heal pots. Not like I did it without any kind of resources. I got respawned on anyway. Yeah, you're probably right, Feastink. I would agree. No other class could do this. But a lot of class. Ooh, I just got some purple pants. A lot of other classes could fight two of these and take two of them down a lot faster than I can. And most other classes, if they're just soloing one mob at a time, can take things down at least twice as fast as I can. Not all classes. Not the engineer. Oh man. I gotta get out of here. I'm gonna go through all of my potions. I'd love a if I had an energy regen licks, I might just stay right in this spot and fight forever. If they put those in the game at some point. That's another thing that people I've heard people say oh, the shop's a scam. There's nothing good in there. I'm sure they have more planned for the shop. Um, Bag space, I think, is a little bit expensive, especially because things don't stack over 20. It's very quick to use up your bag space. Oh, I like these. I mean, I do lose some wounds, but I like slash resist better than any other resist, and I get more. I get +3 weapon skill and 18 armor. They're not fantastic, especially it's always tough when you get a yellow because they have more stats on them. But I think I can lose the wounds for now. I like the armor. Still at 2,400 hit points. I do want to get my health up because I want to be able to heal half of my hit points. Yeah, heavy. I think again it depends on what else there is to do, right? So right now, certainly, if grinding mobs is the only way to get experience, then yeah, it can get very, very old. But let's say that once they get instance dungeons in, and let's say they have a dungeon for every 10 levels, hopefully they don't just go you got to get to max level before you can do a dungeon. So let's say they've got a level, maybe not first 10 levels, but let's say forest type area, they've got a dungeon that's good for levels 15 through 24, right? And in that dungeon there are 5 difficulty levels. So now you're grinding experience, while doing a dungeon, and as you go through that dungeon and get better and better gear, you're then going up to the next level dungeon, which has maybe a few higher level mobs, more hit points on the mobs, a little bit harder. So it's just more fun. You're still gaining experience, and you're gaining experience at a little bit slower of a rate, but you're able to experience the content at that level for a longer period of time. A lot of mistakes that games make is that they create this fantastic content. I mean, think of World of Warcraft. I'm not going to remember the names of the zones, but they had some really amazing dungeons around like level 15 and then another one around level 20. And typically, you did that level 15 dungeon like one time, maybe twice, and then you out leveled it and you never went back. Um, so I think they want to come up with something to where I think the experience should be slow enough that when you hit some content, whether it be an open world area like the forest or wastelands, or a dungeon, you spend some time there. You spend a week within that content. Just really absorbing it, getting to know the zone, getting to know all the mobs in the zone. I don't know. That's what I liked about EverQuest. Back in the day, when I've completely lost sight of my quest. I think I started to go down to the beach. Maybe I finished that one. Um, By the time you left a zone in EverQuest, you knew that zone inside and out because you spent probably 2 to 3 weeks, in one or two zones getting through those levels during that time. Um, and I remember those zones. Maybe the gamers today aren't going to accept that. I don't know. But to me, that's part of a classic MMO. You spend a lot of time at certain levels, and but they've got to put fun things in to do as well. It can't just be grinding. It's got to be a combination of quests, grinding, dungeons, professions eventually to sidetrack you a little bit. And heavy. That's where the whole alternate advancement comes in as well that I've talked about. It doesn't necessarily just have to be something you can enable at level 50. I like the idea of being able to turn on alternate advancement experience anytime you want. So I get to level 10 and I go, man, I really like Ricksport. I haven't explored it all. I don't want to level past it. I want to spend a little bit of time here. Or let's say there is a level 10 dungeon. You can say, man, I've gone through that level 10 dungeon once. I'm level 10. I don't want to level past it yet. I want to hang out here for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. You turn on alternate advancement. You start pumping through that dungeon, as many times as you want. You really get to know Ricksport. And all your experience is going into that alternate advancement pool. Your level stays at 10. And then you spend some time there. 2 weeks later, you go, all right, that content's great. I'm a little bit bored. I'm going to move on. I'm going to turn my experience back on. I'm going to get into the forest. There's maybe another level 15 dungeon. I'm going to start to play it, and at some point I'm going to say, you know what? Out leveling this content. I haven't experienced it all. I'm going to turn back to my alternate advancement pool, and I'm going to hang out here for a little while. Um, I don't know that all players will do that. A lot of players are just going to race to the finish. But I think those players would make an alt and potentially do that the next time. But I think there are a lot of players that are really more into it for the experience, and they're not in a hurry, and they may do things like that. So I think the good thing about this game is, and this is a point of contention as well, I like the combat system because I like these classic MMOs. I know there's the other side of that argument, that debate. People like more, they don't like the staticness of it. Um, they could allow you to cast some spells, while you're moving. I know, like Warhammer Reckoning or Warhammer Online, um, there's a lot of skills you could cast, while moving, and it was a big part of PvP, to be honest. Um, Casting and moving at the same time, but some people are asking for things like being able to dodge, and all that stuff, and to me, that's not classic MMO. They're more about your stats and your gear, in my opinion, than twitchy gameplay. I think there's a lot of games out there with twitchy gameplay. Um, I don't know that we need another one. I don't think everybody did, but I think what happened is, in this, I actually kind of predicted that it would happen. So a lot of the guilds just kind of invited anybody who wanted to join. Some of them brought a handful of people in from other games, other friends they had, and then invited just a gaggle of people, just random people. Um, and then come to find out, a lot of those people, just aren't fast levelers. So if you're in a guild that wants to be an end game guild, and all of a sudden you've got 10 people level 40, and you've got a bunch of people that are still under level 10, you're potentially going to dump those people because they don't match your playstyle. And I think that's what you've seen happening. I don't know all the details of what guilds have folded or not. I know some of us left the Dawn Guild. Um, if we had more people that moved over from Celtic Heroes. Oh, there is a bug here. I don't know, Richard. This, I did notice this earlier. There is an invisible mob here just wiping the floor with me as I try to go complete this quest. So I need to shield up. Or maybe there's some AoE that happens in this area, but you can see something's killing me. So I'm not going to stay here long. I just need to run in there and just do that. I don't know if there's a mob under the world. What level are these guys up here? Ooh, a little four skull dark elf warrior. May drop something. I cannot solo that if you guys are thinking that. Anything. Ooh, man, that guy almost killed me, that invisible guy. What's over this way? Anything? Maybe they'll put something there later. Nothing there now. Anything that will allow character progression will keep people playing. Doesn't matter what it is. It can be leveling, getting gear, alternate advancement that does little things like increases your run speed, increases your health a little bit. You could come up with 1,000 things that you could put points into for alternate advancement. A little bit more resists. Professions will keep people busy and keep character progression going. Anything that is character progression will keep people playing. Yeah, Biggie, I think, I don't know if you joined a little late, but yeah, I talked about that first thing is that grouping both getting into the same instance and the UI as far as just operating as a group are two things that have to be fixed. I think they need to rebalance the experience given. For a group of 6, it doesn't make sense to me that you only lose. You're still getting half the experience of a mob and killing 6 times as fast. That doesn't compute with my brain. It really kind of it's a word. It penalizes. Oh, we got a weapon failure here. Let's see if this can finish him off. Nope. I don't know if I can even finish this guy off with my broken weapon. Whoops. Alright, so hopefully we don't time out here. Go to repair. I think we're going to be good. It's pausing. Oh, I didn't see you say I should look up, Don. I'll have to run back up there later. Completely forgot what I was talking about. There's still fashion to come. However, they're going to pull that off. Still remains to be seen how far they can go with fashion within the Warhammer world and still be within the IP restrictions. I've been okay. If people are thinking about buying bag space, I'd say I'm okay with 35. I've only got an overburden a couple times, but you do have to still manage your inventory. You can't just leave stuff in there. Like even this hammer. You know what? I'm going to go put this in the bank because anything like this, you definitely don't want to just leave in your bag like I have been like an idiot because I must have gotten this too. I bet I could sell this. Weapon skill plus 11. Because every time you die, it always pains me to sell stuff like this, but what are you going to do? Every time you die, you're... Ooh, what was this? Just resist. What? Wait, magic resist, poison resist. That's it. That's the roll. But yeah, every time you die when you got stuff in your bags, it's taking damage, and that gets expensive when you're holding good weapons. So we're gonna go to Ricksport, put some stuff in the bank. Yeah, I agree, heavy. Although I don't know, I one of the things with what's interesting with Penitent Strike is now that my weapon skill is really getting up there, it's actually hitting a little bit more decent. So I don't know how the formula works, and I don't have any points in it. But on some mobs, I'm hitting for 2K if I get up to 3 faith. So if I did have points in it, I could just with 3 points, I could be another 40% if that actually works. I've heard some people say the bonus you get from the skills in Penitent are not working. I'm not sure. Yeah, I have not bought bank space. I mean, I don't know that you'll ever need it because once you replace gear, you might as well just vendor it because you can't trade it. So it's not like you're gonna hold on to hordes and hordes of stuff. If they come out with fashion, that's gonna be another thing. I mean, think about all the bag space people have for just fashion in Celtic Heroes. I'm gonna try to sell this, but I bet it's damaged. Let's see. Let's look at this experience again. Look at what I'm doing. I'm not grinding, right? I'm not just running from quest to quest. But I think I started at like 55% experience. So I've gotten 15%, right? I haven't been killing just mobs my level. Could I have gotten that faster if I was with a group? Maybe, but in the group, if every 30 minutes you got to go and repair. So I sold another hammer for 9 gold. I got to clear out my. A nice thing to hear would be like a clear all kind of thing, so I didn't have to go through and do it. All right, and then I got to remember to go to the bank. Yeah, for sure, Biggie. They've got a whatever we call it, different instance. I heard people call it a shard. I've heard people call it a channel. Whatever you call it. Um, I've got this in my bank. I'm not sure what I want to do with it. I got this yesterday. So unfortunately, I got two masterwork items. Not unfortunately, don't get me wrong. It's great. I got two masterwork, but neither of them was on a stream. I don't think this one was on a stream either. But yeah, I've got that to figure out. Maybe I'll just make a witch hunter because that's a really good weapon to get at level 29. That hammer's 245 if you look what I'm using, and I do have to repair this 188. So I'm really hoping that one of these times I find a weapon that I can use. Yes, Aaron, I have. Those are all mails that I opened and claimed and forgot to just delete. 1 gold repair bill. How are you guys doing with saving up gold? I'm up to 150 gold. Um, I've bought some experiences, so I'm starting to stockpile those. I'm not getting crazy and buying them at like 10 and 15 gold like some people are, but if I see a deal, I'll jump on it. And I really haven't been buying equipment. I'm just waiting for the most part for equipment to drop. It's a good idea, Don. I mean, I imagine as you cycle through that equipment. Now, typically it's just your weapon that breaks. As long as you're not dying. So I imagine you're just carrying weapons, but your efficiency goes down because you're putting on crappy gear. And heavy, did I ask for a nerf? I mean, I think I read your comment before. Now I'm just trying to think back. I don't remember if I said a class should get nerfed. Pretty sure I've zoned like too much, and now the game doesn't like me anymore. So these little kinds of bugs definitely are hopefully things that they're focused on. Give this another second, but I'm pretty sure if the red circle doesn't stop, you're in trouble. Now, the only problem I have with the sharding channels, instancing, and then making it easier to get into the instance of your other group is groups are already instance hopping, right? They're going to one instance, killing all the names in that instance, then they're trying to get into another instance, killing all the names in that instance. If they make it easier to jump into different instances, they've got to do something about that. Before we get to level 50 and before people are jumping instances and killing, one clan is killing the giant 7 times in a day, or they're going to the forest cave and killing that minotaur or whatever that guy is, and 7, 8 times in a day. That's no good. So they gotta put something in where it's a lockout type thing, where especially with those 6 skull name guys, where once you kill it, you're locked out from fighting that mob for whatever the time is, 2 days, 3 days, whatever they want it to be. Um, Got to do something like that. Otherwise, people are just going to abuse the instancing system and be just jumping around and killing the same thing over and over and over again. No, it is a good idea to carry a second weapon around. I haven't gotten like when I get a new weapon finally, hopefully, um, I will probably keep that blue hammer around. Well, yeah, I will say yes. Early on, you must be talking early on with the Archmage in the first 15 levels for sure. If you compare the Archmage at that time with every other class, it wasn't even comparable. But I think that now they've gone too far with it and they've nerfed it a couple different times. Um, I mean, it's still certainly a viable class. I just saw a screenshot yesterday with a level 40 Archmage. Oh no, it wasn't yesterday. It was today. A level 40 Archmage fighting one of the names down in the lower part of Wastelands, hitting for a crit for 22k. Um, so they're doing okay. You know what I mean? Hitting for 22k. As a warrior priest, I don't know if I'm ever going to hit for 22k, which is fine. I don't. I might be able to solo 4 mobs, but I'm never going to see a 22k hit, for a long time. If I see a 22k hit, then that Archmage is going to be hitting for 40k, 50k. So every class has its pluses and minuses. You know what's sad is I'm already running out of quests. Um, so you grind. I mean, I think they need more kill quests. We talked about this on a lot of streams. Um, yeah, that's true. That's true, Aaron. With the Archmage, a lot of these things people are calling them nerfs. Well, the it was never intended to work that way. So it's just a fix. Just like initiative, right? I mean, I'm sure I called for an initiative nerf, but it was really a fix. It was never intended that somebody could stack max initiative and never ever get touched. That would just be silly. That's silly gameplay. So, but I hear you, Heavy. Nobody wants their class to get hit with the Nerf stick. But as I was saying, with like the Warrior Priest, you guys watch me solo some stuff, and you could say nobody, no other class can do that. Well, I'm never gonna hit for 22k, right? I'm never gonna come out of the shadows as a Shadow Warrior and my first hit on a mob gonna be 6k at level 20 and probably 12k at level 40. That's not this class. But I can slowly take out 2 or 3 things on me, sometimes 4 things on me at once if I cycle through a bunch of pots. So I like that playstyle. Other people like the big numbers, and you can't have both. You can't have the survivability and the big numbers. You can't have the big numbers and the survivability. Yeah, PvP could be a challenge with this game. Yeah, maybe Heavy. I will have to think about that, especially if the stream gets more and more. I never noticed these guys before. Oh, this is a quest I'm on. I just gotta kill this guy? I thought it was a whole mob of these guys, but it's just one trooper. But he's level 39. Let's see if I can hit him. First 3 misses. I may be coming back for this quest. I'm getting some distance in there. I think I can take him down. Yeah, I'm trying to think of another game, and if anybody knows one that had combat similar to this and had good PvP. I mean, they may need to make some skills castable as you're moving around, or maybe all combat in PvP becomes something you can do while you're moving, even attacking. I mean, in PvP, somebody's going to run away from you. You can't stop. You're not going to be able to stop and attack because so you can attack because they're going to keep running. So you have to be able to swing and attack while moving. Guess I should just port back up because these guys are kind of a little low level for me, but still giving experience. The 170 experience. The first guy was pretty easy to kill. One thing I hope they're looking at is the engineer class and the witch hunter class. Definitely seem underplayed, those 2 classes. Yeah, a lot of times in games they take out the roots and stuns in PvPs, or they severely reduce. Like in this game, like you cannot have a 6-second stun in PvP. It's no fun for anybody. So you just severely reduce it, and you do things like once you have a root on you, you can't have another root on you for 20 seconds. You're immune. So they can do stuff like that. Yeah, I think what's going to happen, honestly, I think the smart people right now they struggle through the witch hunter. Um, nice back pain. I'll try to pay attention to the regiment chat. I've got it covered on the stream, but back pain is in Heathens with me, and he just commented on. He must be watching the stream. So I'll try anybody in the regiment. I'll try and pay attention to the regiment chat as well. But yeah, and it's too bad too because the engineer is like a really fun class. At least the machine spec engineer, super fun class to play. And honestly, I think it would have been. I don't think it would have been overpowered if they would have left it alone, like it was at the state it was in, like early soft launch when we could just get to 15. They did a nerf on the turrets, really turned a lot of people, including myself, off from the class. They've upped those turrets a little bit more now, made them a little bit better, which is good. But the damage might have been done already. I think level 15. I don't think they should have balanced anything besides fixing bugs until at least the forest. Yeah, let's take a look. Oh, but I was gonna say on the, and I'm kind of losing my train of thought as I look at chats and stuff. But um, with the witch hunter, the people struggling through it right now, I'd say they're gonna get a rebalance eventually, and then they're gonna look like stars at some point, and then all of a sudden people will start starting over, making new classes, and you'll see like just tons of witch hunters coming up through the ranks. And I'm sure they'll do that with the engineers too. I mean, I'm sure they want a balance of classes. I saw somebody say something the other day, and I don't remember where it was, but VR's come out and said, right now they don't plan on allowing people to respec, their specialization. Right, when you do a book, it does your ability points, but not your specialization. And somebody made the comment, then if you can't do that, they might as well just made 12 classes. Rather than having 6 classes with a specialization. And then I thought about that, and I thought, man, that would have probably been way easier to balance, right? Because the problem, let's just take the warrior priest. The problem with balancing the warrior priest right now is the fact that they wear the same heavy armor as the tank. And you can't really reduce the tank's armor without, balancing the mobs and the endgame content and the name content around that reduced armor. So if they were actually two separate classes, and I think the Warhammer universe has tons of classes to choose from. I think Warhammer Online had like 30 different classes or something crazy. It was a lot. I don't know exactly what the number was, but they had a lot. But if they would have split it into 12 classes, um, even if they were the same, even if there was still a warrior priest healer and a warrior priest tank, but they didn't share those first 10 skills, they didn't share armor, I think it would have been a lot easier to balance. Yeah, Fee, I don't agree with it either. One of the reasons I was kind of struggling with, am I going to play a tank or am I going to play warrior priest healer? Um, because I wouldn't mind respecking if the raid needed a tank. I don't mind that at all, but that's not even an option now. You'd have to basically create a second class and level again, and for me, it's going to be a while. Even though I did that in Celtic Heroes a couple times, um, I think it'll probably be a while before I level up another class. I'll probably wait until to see what they do with content. So like if they come out with instance dungeons and they have some lower level ones, or they come out with new zones that are lower levels, that's when I'll level up another character and go through that new content with that character. This is nice. So turning in, and I guess I did say, I was getting such great experience grinding, but I had turned in a couple quests, but I'm getting pretty close to level here. 91%. So we're going to go. Let's get the brooch from the command. That's only like 600 or 700 experience, I think. Well, I'm going to do that later, actually. I'm going to go back to the mainline quest. I should be able to kill these snakes. Yeah, that's rough. Being always stuck as a tank is going to be rough. are these witch hunters? Three skull hag. Try and get these other 7 glands. Main quest line experience is always really good. I think there's some lower level swamp snakes down here. Yeah, I'm really interested to see. I'm just reading back. People Feet Stink talking about gear. How they're gonna. Was that only 30 wounds on my Secor? I think you're talking about my stream. I'm looking at regiment check. Yeah, I'm bringing it up again. Yeah, I only have 30 wounds. Only 30 wounds in stats. So I have 2,400 hit points, but I have. See if I can find my stuff with wounds. I think I have some stuff with wounds. Haven't found anything yet. There we go. 15 wounds there, so 45 wounds total. Another 10 there, so 55 total. Still got that Nasher collar. 58. 66. So I've got 66 wounds with equipment. Yeah, I'm sure. I know, like, oh geez, I don't really want to fight a level 42 skull snake. I know there's some easier snakes in this swamp. Like, how come nobody's? I guess at level 40 doesn't make sense. Nobody's farming these for experience. No, healer, no. Am I doing initiative as far as my build goes? Heck no. I have 5 in initiative. I have no points in initiative. Alright, where are these? I know there's some lower level snakes. Where are they? Am I on the wrong side? I probably have to go this way. I have to go north. Yeah, Berserker, I don't need as much as a healer. I don't need as many wounds, right? Because I mean my heal's doing over 2k now. I just did a 2,500 heal. I mean I'm actually a little light on wounds. I'd like to get it up a little bit more so that at 50% I could heal. Like I'd love to have 5k hit points and heal for 2,500. My weapon skill is not quite maxed in stats. It's 100 out of 105. But yeah, Warrior Priest Healer is lucky because they don't need as many wounds as other classes. Man, if anybody knows where the lower level snakes are, help me out because I know I killed a bunch of them to get these 5. I wasn't killing. There's a 39. Finally, one skull. There's a couple. Definitely hitting these better now. I was not hitting these at all last level. It was taking me forever. Look at these spiders over here. I don't like fighting down here because these guys don't drop silver. I like fighting up top where every mob pretty much drops at least 1 silver. I don't know if these guys drop as much gear either. Or the jewelry. So up top, the guards and the elves and all that stuff up top, they'll drop rings that you can't really equip because they have no stats. I could kill some of these too, but I really want to focus on these. But they have no stats, but they'll sell for 80 silver to a little bit more than a gold. So like people who are claiming broke and are going for the easy experience on snakes wolves, things of that nature, you might be doing yourself. We'll try a level 40, see if we can hit it. You might be doing yourself a disservice on the long term as far as financial gains. Because I have not had any issue with money so far. And I've mostly stayed away from farming the easy spots with groups. Hovering right in the early 20s as far as viewers. I'd like to, I don't know, I'd like to see a burst. I don't know what. Well, that's nice. So they do drop weapons down here then. That's good. You know, this will probably sell for, 50 silver to a gold, something like that. I'll have to I'll have to hook up my streaming stuff to be ready. That anytime somebody wants to jump on Discord and jump into the stream and have a conversation, I've got to get it set up to do that. It's not hard. I don't have the audio routed quite right, but 60 gold feet stink. Yeah. Have you bought much? I think the one purchase I made that was a mistake, but I actually got my money back. I bought a green hammer. I think I was like level 24, and it was like a level 30 hammer I bought just because it had weapon skill, and I thought I don't want to get stuck when I get to level 30 with a crappy hammer. Well, I ended up getting a better one. I ended up putting that one in the auction house, and I think I just got my money back. I don't think I made a profit. But the green hammers sell because when people hit that level, if they're not lucky enough to see one in the vendor, they got to get something. Every other piece of equipment you can get by without upgrading consistently besides your weapon. You got to upgrade that weapon. And if you don't upgrade it or you're not lucky enough to find stuff in the shop, it's like playing a different game when you get like five levels behind on your weapon. I don't want to fight any of these two skulls. Take me forever. Need 4 more of these things. You can see now how going for this quest, my experience is just completely stagnated. And that's probably because I shouldn't even be doing it at this level. Because if I was higher level, I'd just be fighting all the snakes I come across. I wouldn't have to be running around them. But I figure that I should be pretty close to level by the time I get these last 4 and I turn this in. Let's see what this one is going to give me experience-wise. What level are you, Feet Stink? I did say I wasn't going to kill one of these, but let's see how it goes. See if this will hit. 1300. Hey, Jake. Yeah, I'm excited to start group play, but a little bit, but I just get too frustrated with the UI too quickly. So I was able to kill one of these 2 skulls. Yeah, I might as well just kill this one too. Yeah, too frustrated with the UI to be doing too much group play. Like I would definitely, now that I'm in Heathens and there's a lot of higher levels, I'll definitely go on boss runs and heal people. But yeah, it's too painful to get that heal off. Oop, what do we got on me now? It's level 1. Let's switch to that guy. Get my armor buff on. I think I'm well over 500 armor when I put my armor buff on. gonna have to mana pot again. Going through a lot of mana pots down here. Yeah, let's see if we can get by with heal pots. I don't mind using heal pots either. Mana pots definitely seemed, I don't know if they drop less for me or if I just use them more. Probably, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys have a lot more hit point pot or health pots than energy pots? 31 at the moment, yeah. Yeah, I didn't play as much the last couple days as I did the first day. I definitely, would jump on a lot of time. Like today, I spent like 3 hours cleaning my house, and I basically carried my iPad around with me and killed the same couple of mobs over and over as they spawned. Probably not the most efficient way to clean my house because I was taking a break every 3 minutes, but I think I got about half a level doing that. There is no hurry, really. I mean, it's not, you can't even get to max level. I mean, the only hurry, I'm honestly, if they did something different with like the bosses, I'm doing bosses in quotes, even though nobody can see me, but the name bosses, if they did something different with those to where there wasn't going to be a competition over them, I don't think anybody would be in a hurry. Right now, the hurry was to make sure you got to those bosses as soon as possible so you had no competition. I imagine this is going to be a little tough doing whatever this quest is. Gather, oh, blooms. That's a gather quest. I could probably do that. I don't think the main quest line is very long after you get level 36 and keep unlocking it, but close am I to level now? So that gave me 5% before turning that in, just about. So if I can go complete this one, I should level. It might be the end of the main quest. I'm not sure, but if it is, that'll mean I've got 4 levels just to grind out before 40. Iffy, I played a witch hunter up to level 24 during the last phase of the soft launch. There is a stream on it. I played the pistol version, not the handbow. I don't know if the handbow's better, but I really struggled with it, to be honest. I played it legit with gear just coming out of the city like any normal person would. I didn't give it any gold from other accounts, no potions from other accounts, and I got it done. I got through the forest, but it was not an enjoyable experience. It was challenging. Don't get me wrong. So if you're looking for a challenge, that's it. But and I do like their mechanics. I think the problem I had with them, I'm trying to remember. I don't think, did it have a stun? I feel like that path didn't have a stun. So there was no damage mitigation whatsoever on the class. But I could be mistaken. So if I am mistaken on that and you're a witch hunter, let me know. Ooh. Oh, he's not going to give that to me. Trying to Jedi mind trick healer here. Says he just got two-handed blue hammer. Sure, it's level 40. Level 42. That's got to be really nice. Yep. Just one of the things that I think people are going to do, and this is why I hate the fact that there's all these caps, but what's going to happen is there is a level 40. Um, there's a class vendor in Marienburg, in the north part of Marienburg, that sells level 40 through 50 equipment. And the mobs in Marienburg that you kill to get that rep are like 40 to 42, maybe up to 46, something like that. So once people hit 40, you are, and kind of get all the name drops and all that, you're going to see people. Oh, I thought he was a. I thought he was a. I'm gonna have to look at this hammer. Ooh, what the hell? Was that snake hitting me that hard? Try to run past it. Alright, let's get serious about getting this last 4%. 3%. All I gotta do is finish this quest, but I need. How many of these things do I need? Quest. 6 more of those. These collect quests now, the new way they do it, where they don't respawn in the same spot, they can be torturous. Hold on, I need to look at this hammer that somebody found. Let's see, where are they posting pictures? $283 power, 14 initiative, 36 wounds. Level 40 priest hammer for sure. Might as well kill some of these. Yeah, Fee, I don't know when they plan on getting content out. Hopefully they're concentrating on bugs and whatnot. I know they got more content planned, so. Oh, good. These things do drop the jewelry as well that sells, so that's good. I think one of the keys is just when they get that first instance dungeoned out, just people knowing that they have that technology and more is coming, I think is going to be important. Might have been something they should have had ready for the initial launch. At least one dungeon, just to show the technology existed and they were going to have dungeon runs. I think would have been a good thing, especially if they could have just made one dungeon, even if it was at. They could have done a dungeon at like level 30, given it like five difficulty levels, and kept us all at level 30 for a long time until people started to go get through that difficulty level. That's certainly true with CH. I don't know if this is a bigger team, a different team. I don't know how that works. I know some people are definitely crossover, but I don't know. I think time will tell. Time's going to tell like how quick do they get out a patch to fix the problems that people are complaining about right now. That's going to be a big teller for people, I think, on what will be to come in the future. But I mean, they want the game to succeed. They didn't spend the last 3 to 4 years building a game they hope fails. So I'm sure they're pouring in the hours trying to get stuff out. Yeah, I wouldn't suggest doing this quest until I don't know, level 37, 38. Doesn't really matter if you get the experience now or get the experience later. Not even getting good experience from these guys. Guess what I should do is just find all these little islands and run around each of them separately. Not sure why I use that heal. Double heal myself. Waste of energy. That's true. They are extremely expensive. Yeah, I think Richard said something similar to that as well. Extremely expensive, and more of them fail than succeed, I believe. So there's been millions of dollars, tens, maybe hundreds of $1 million poured into MMOs that never even got released. That's how hard they are to make. Yeah. Yeah, with the one exception would be World of Warcraft, of course. That game made Blizzard a lot of money. That is a lot of subscribers for all these years. What are these wolves? Level 39? No, thank you. Plus the Blizzard name too. I mean, they had the. I mean, there's probably Blizzard, and then, or there's the Warcraft world, and then there's the Warhammer world. Maybe the Tolkien world as well, the Lord of the Rings world. But yeah, as far as fantasy genre, I mean, they've got a hold of one of the top five IPs here with Warhammer for sure. But the Warcraft IP was huge as well. That's another thing, of course, that a lot of rich lore there. What's going on, Nando? I am just trying to find these last four blooms. They are not easy to find, and I'm trying not to die while I do it. Probably going to end up leveling on snakes before I even get the blooms. I might I might put some points in accuracy next level, although I am fighting something that's 4 levels higher than me, so maybe I won't put any more into accuracy. Oh, I gotta heal. Can I get that off? That was about as close as you can get right there. Where the heck? I need to like call in the search party to find these blooms. I wonder if I could jump to a new instance, and then the blooms I already collected would be there. What other PC games are you playing right now? Aha! We have a bloom. It's like finding gold. I hate. Oh, we got another bloom. I would get excited, but sometimes that very last one could take hours to find. Yeah, somebody in regiment talking about how he spent an hour of his life just relogging trying to get into the same instance as his group. They gotta fix it. People will not put up with that for too long. Nice. I haven't played any of those games. For some reason, MMOs are the thing that really get me and hold my attention for long periods of time. It's nice. In chat. I just saw somebody say looking for a group for Dark Elves. That's the first time I've seen somebody ask for a group outside of snakes or wolves. So it's good if people are branching out. Alright, we're gonna do a lap around this. I feel like I've already done a lap around this one. Well, yeah, I'm out of the circle now. Yeah, I mean, if you're not enjoying it, it certainly doesn't make sense to play it for sure. We all only have limited time. Should only be doing things that you enjoy, hopefully. So the best thing in the forest, I think it was on a stream too. I was just standing there regenning, and a bestior was walking by, and a rabbit walked by him, and the bestior took its axe and just chopped the rabbit and killed it. And I thought that's hilarious that the developers took the time to code that in. That if that mob walked by a rabbit or the rabbit got close enough, it would kill it. Oh, is there one over here? Is this a snake? Oh, one more. All right. Got one more. Maybe it's, I don't know. Maybe it's in this small area. These look like different wolves. What level are these guys? So basically, the first part of the Wastelands was fun for you, but then once the quest ran out, that's when you really kind of started to lose interest. Are you more, when you play these games, are you more of a quest guy? You like to be kind of led by the storyline, what you're going to do? Wasn't I just half health? Is there a giant behind me? It's the second time I died where I felt like I still had a lot of health left. I don't know what the deal is with that. Yeah, I mean that, and again, that's where once they come out with dungeons, you probably wouldn't have lost interest because you would have immediately you'd spend your solo time doing quests and then get into dungeons. So, so aggro in our guild just or regiment. I'm never gonna used to call it a regiment. Um, just spent like 10 minutes trying to get in the same instance as somebody to help him with a boss, and then accidentally fast traveled or something. So now he's got to start over. Yeah, that lag is probably what it is. I've had that happen when I'm fighting a mob and it looks like I'm not hitting it. Like there's no damage being thrown by, and then all of a sudden the mob will be dead. This is a huge circle to try to find one bloom. Maybe it's in the second one. What do I got left? Getting tired of running around. This is oh, click quests are already kind of meh, and making it to where you can't spawn camp one is maybe they should have just decreased the duration. Kill some of these and get some experience. Maybe I can level real quick. Yeah, I don't. Like I said, it's a lot of area to cover, and you really have to get right on top of it, and you see just a little bit of a shimmer. Aha! We have it. Should level me. should level me. Let's see. 11,000 points. Yeah, I think that'll do it. So that allows me to equip this beauty. I'm going to lose some energy, but more weapon skill. 45 armor. One of my regiment mates hooked me up with that beauty. So now my armor sits at 534 without the I cast the buff on so what do I have now? I have another quest. More main quest. Retrieve the mortar and pedestal, retrieve the decanter. Steel. Don't know how much longer my weapon's gonna hold up. Oh, I like this area. What's this area here? Let's check this out. Level 37. Oh, I probably should spend my stat points. These things are not as... Ooh, yeah, see, I am missing... I don't like missing stuff that's only one level ahead of me. We're gonna have to up our accuracy, I think. I hate to do it, but maybe not, because well, I could always respec too. I could get to 40, and then respec if I had to. Later, feet. Might have to spend some time down here grinding a little bit tomorrow. It's just something different than the elves. Giving good experience. 476. One action point. Don't have any idea what I want to do with it. Nothing probably for now. Do like that. See, this is where, like this area right here, I don't think there's any quests around this area. They need repeatable kill quests, or even if it's a daily. Even if these are daily quests, come kill 20 Dark Elf warriors. Kill 10 snakes, 20 witch elves. Put in quests for all these things as a daily repeatable. Just give something for somebody to do when they come in. Just so they're not just grinding levels aimlessly. Those seem like easy things. I feel like I'm still missing, so I feel like I just wasted those 5 points. Always could stat book though. I don't like how much you miss a mob that's one level above you. It seems kind of absurd to me. Oh, and I unlocked another quest too. Oh, a couple more quests. Nice. Probably not going to do them today though. Well, first of all, let me finish this one. Help me my mission. What mission? Somebody in chat said, help me my mission. Kill witch elf leader. Person even in the same zone as me? Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to kill around 36 and 37, it seems. What is this quest we're supposed to do here? Retrieve the mortar and pestle. I feel like it should be in this camp somewhere, but maybe not. There's this witch elf over here carrying some giant staff. Dark elf sorceress. Let's see. See how hard this one hits. Stun me. For a 3 skull, it's going down pretty quick. No armor. We're gonna hit it with a penitent strike. Oh, stun me again. Oh. Game's trying to cheat me. $714 experience. Ooh, look at how fast that spawned. Is that gonna spawn that fast every time? I will farm the shit out of this lady. Yeah, Montauk, I still haven't finished that quest because I couldn't find the last vine. See? Gather vine creepers, 4 or 5. It keeps coming up. Oh my god, look at how fast this thing respawns. Oh. I wish I wasn't on a stream right now because I feel like this is a find. I feel like other classes, like a Shadow Warrior, could like one-shot this thing out of with their opening crit, or come real close. We'll calculate out how many hit points it has the next one that spawns, but in theory, but it spawns instantly. And there's something going on. There's like 2 of them there. Something going on with this spawn, but press on, but I'm gonna screenshot this spot. I like this spot. Probably should have taken a picture of the actual mob because I'll forget what that is even for. Now I bet this one is a lot harder because it is not a sorcerer. What about the level 24? That's the main quest. That one you should be able to finish. You just go lay the trap, and then you got to go run back up the hill a little bit until it says like quest completed. Then you got to go back down the hill and kill the mob, and then go turn it in. Are you stuck on that one? That's the last quest in the forest before you get access to Marienburg, before you can go on to the next zone. I think what I'm gonna do is, because that's what I want to do. I wanted to get to level 36, get a little bit further with some quests. I opened up some other quests, which is cool, but I think I might save that for my next stream. I'm gonna die unless I get this heal off because I'm out of mana. Yeah, that is a much harder. Much harder kill than the other one. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to zone out of here. I'm going to check, see if I can maybe get lucky and pop into an instance with the name Rat. I really want that necklace. But level 36. Let's look at that armor with this cast on. So with the buff, 694 armor, almost to 700. Still a lot of pieces to upgrade too. What's this quest? To search the northern edge. I'll do that tomorrow. Let's see. Maybe we can get a rat boss up or something. Ah, am I timing out again? I think so. It's like you play for too long and they don't want you to go to the next zone. No, Montag, so did you already drop the trap? If you drop the trap, I believe you have to run back up the hill. And then then the mob should spawn. If nothing happens at that point, I would maybe go to Discord or open a support ticket. But the quest is to lay the trap, and then it says lay the trap, and then it says you know, get to a safe distance, and then the monster comes, gets caught in the trap, and then you have to go kill him. Is the way it's supposed to work. If you've already run back up the hill after laying the trap, then it's definitely possible it got bugged, which would be very unfortunate. No, yeah, it can be confusing, but they do tell you to run to get it to it. I think it says like get to a safe distance or something. I'm not sure exactly. So I think I got a couple items that'll sell. So like these circlets, 23 silver is not great. 4 silver, that's terrible. But these are nice. Burnished bangle, 1 gold, 53 silver. Got that hammer, 33 silver. This should be another 98 silver. And the rest is just pretty much junk. Fill up your bags with. Got a bunch of these. That's an accuracy one. I got a bunch of those potions in the bank. No reason to use them on this content. Bags are just full of potions. That's it. No problem. Glad it's working for you now, hopefully. Another 2 gold, 42 silver down the drain on repair costs. I don't see. I think the problem's gonna be I don't have a problem keeping up with it now, but I don't know what's gonna happen once. Like if you just go in to start raiding and you're not grinding to get gold back, seems like you're gonna go broke awfully quick with these repair costs. Especially as the quality of your gear gets better, it's just gonna get worse and worse. See a few rats up. Pretty light zone. This might be an empty instance. Could I get lucky enough to find this guy up? That'd be awesome. Not even sure if anybody's killing rats. It's hard to tell if they are disappearing or not. If it is up, I'm going to try and solo it. If I can't solo it, I'll try and call for help. 28 there doing the quests. We got some lower level people. Don't see them up. Darn. Really want to find that guy up. I wonder if there's any other names up in this zone. So if we go to here, one of these days I need to finish this collect quest as well. Get this off my map. Let's see if there's any names up. I'm meaning to come back and try and solo some names. Normally a guy standing here, he's not up. Looks like somebody's cleared this instance out of all the names. It's like 5 or 6 in this zone. I've got a map somewhere, but I don't have it handy. Because I don't know all these spots by heart yet. Seems like one would be right here, but yeah, pretty sure there's one right there, but not up. It's always funny coming back to a zone that not too long ago had to be real careful even moving around in here. Now it's just slaughter stuff pretty good. All right, well, appreciate you guys watching. I think I'm going to call it a day. Level 36. Got some quests to do. Still got a lot to work on as far as gear goes. Really want to see a weapon. I'm still using a level 28 weapon. At least it's blue, but it's... Which reminds me, let's just... I'm not going to check the auction house because a good weapon for the auction house to get a caught would cost me a lot of gold. I'll just wait. Check the equipment vendor real quick. Thanks, Richard. You were quiet this time. Normally you have a lot to say. Some good comments normally, but understandable. I'm sure you're tired. I'm sure you guys are super busy. And one thing I'll say about equipment vendors, they love to put resist on stuff. Like, I can't give up 14 weapon skill and 14 focus for a little bit of armor. Alright, I'm going to do one last thing. I'm going to check the auction house before I get out of here. See if there's anything worthwhile in there. Cheap books, cheap experiences. I see a Warhammer Odyssey official news post. Let me read that. Is that... I don't know where this was originally posted, but it says, I want to take a moment to apologize to everyone that have been experiencing issues with the game right now. Please know that we are working very hard to fix the bugs and we really appreciate the feedback, both good and bad. So they'll take that bad feedback as well as the good about the game. We are listening to everyone. We are incredibly humble and thankful of our entire community for your support and letting us know what you think. We want to earn your trust. So here's a quick look at what the team's biggest priorities are right now. Number one, resolve issues with players who are unable to progress with the main quest line. That seems like a very good priority. Number two, resolve issues with players unable to access the game. Also a very good priority. Make it easier to play with your friends. I imagine that has to do with the instancing. Improve performance and optimize for low-end devices. Makes a lot of sense. Improve game balancing and economy. Always something that is going to happen in the first few months of a new MMO. Quality of life improvements. Not sure what that means. Additional content. Great. Virtual Realms is an independent studio made up of 30-something developers from all over the world with all different types of backgrounds, dedicating every day to making Warhammer Odyssey a classically inspired MMORPG experience. Thank you for your patience and understanding as we work with the community to make Odyssey the game we all want to play. Signed, the Warhammer Odyssey team. Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure where that was originally posted. It was posted in the Heathens Regiment chat. Maybe on the Warhammer site. Let me take a look. News. I don't know the date today. 27th. Yeah, it's not there. I don't know where that post originated from. Let's see. News and updates. Just looking at the forums now to see if I can find it there. Oh, I have too many Discords. It was posted on the official news on Discord. So so yeah, that's good. That's a lot of the main priorities we talked about today. So it'll be interesting to see when they come out with the next patch, and I think they'll be able to earn our trust. Somebody from the regiment was letting me know. Auto forwards to Heathens Discord from the official Discord, I think. Got it. Alright, so check this auction house real quick. Every time I say I'm going to end it, it's always another half an hour. Overpriced. No buyouts. $8 gold isn't terrible. Ooh, but here's some 7 gold ones. Let's keep going. Maybe we'll find some cheaper. That's under 7 gold. I am going to buy that one. Oh, there's one under 7 gold. Here's another one. Never know here. Put some bids on some of these. You might get lucky. Whoops, I don't want to buy out. And you know what? Throwing a bid on that too. I swear one-handers drop way more than two-handers. And shields are like super common. Alright, guys. I am truly out this time. So we'll talk to you later. Bye.